So you are considering getting a craft machine, but you're not sure what accessories to get with it. Let me go over a few things that I think that every crafter should have in like their arsenal when they're first getting started. When I was asked in the comments what I think that you should get when you're first starting out, it threw me for a loop. So there are so many avenues that you can take with your Cricut machine that to narrow it down to like just a few things that you should have on deck was tough. So I thought about the different projects that you could do and the things that I recommend beginners to start with, and I came up with 6 different items that you should have in your arsenal and ready to go when you get your craft machine. The first thing that I would recommend is getting a starter pack of permanent vinyl. The starter pack could look something like this. This is going to give you a variety of different colors for different projects. This is going to give you a good jump on some of your basic projects. Permanent vinyl can be used as decals, they can be used as signs, and as a good way to get you familiar with cutting with your machine and using transfer tape. Speaking of transfer tape, that is another thing that you have to have if you're going to be using vinyl with your Cricut machine. I'm going to turn you guys on to 2 of my favorite transfer tapes. Frisco Craft Clear Transfer Tape. I sold an insane amount of large vinyl graphics for a few years, and this tape gave me the least amount of troubles and gave my customers the least amount of troubles when it was rolled up, packaged, shipped out, all of that stuff. This stuff is the OG. I have to have it. Now, when it comes to the more intricate projects with like the swooshy fonts, the really thin lines, anything like that, this transfer tape has been incredible. This transfer tape is not really sticky, so it makes applying those really thin designs. Those 2 transfer tapes are like my go-to. If they ever go out of stock or they like their companies crash and burn, I will be devastated and I don't know what I will do. Another thing that you are going to want is a pack of squeegees, specifically the ones with the felt on one side. You don't have to get this exact pack, but there are 10 of these in here, and I can't tell you how many times I've misplaced my tools only to find them later. So if you can afford to spring on a larger pack of these, great. If you can't, they also have other ones where it was like 2 for $5. Just have the felt on it. This works wonders for applying the vinyl onto the mats and for also applying the transfer tape onto the vinyl itself. The next thing that I would recommend getting is one of these pin weeding. It took me a minute to get the hang of it. It is like playing with a needle. But I'm telling you, once you got it, weeding those designs go so much easier. Now, there are different packs that you can get. Some of them come with like the squeegee tools. So just browse around, but just be on the lookout for types of pins like this. Now, another easy and low cost project type of thing to start with when you're playing with your Cricut machine and getting familiar with it is to use cardstock, whether that's creating cards or scrapbook inserts. Cardstock is an inexpensive medium. I recommend checking out Michael's. They do a lot of like $5 cardstock deals. Do not go in and purchase every single color. Get a variety pack like with the vinyl, because in the beginning you're just going to be playing around with stuff, and I'd hate for you to invest in 100 of every single color and then you find out that crafting with cardstock is not for you. But if you are going to go the cardstock route, I highly recommend you getting some glue sticks and foam tape. Little foam inserts like this in between your cardstock layers will give your project a little more depth. Now, you might have noticed that I didn't mention HTV, printable stickers, or printable vinyl. That is because those things will require you to have additional things at home. You're gonna need a really good printer, and you're gonna need something to apply heat with. Yes, you can use an iron, but it doesn't always give you the most consistent pressure, especially the irons that have the little holes on the bottom for steam. So you may become frustrated with your HTV projects, and with HTV projects, you have to remember to flip the designs so that you're weeding them backward. And as someone who messed up on that particular portion quite a few times, it can be discouraging. For the printable vinyl and the sticker paper, your printer has to be on point. And we all know that printers can be finicky. Just like the printer, Cricut's print and cut can be a little finicky. I'd hate for you to get discouraged and just throw away a bunch of material because things didn't work the first time. 100%, my goal is for you guys to feel encouraged and really good about the projects that you're creating. And until you get more confidence in that, I don't want you to venture out and spend a bunch of money on other projects that you can do until you are feeling really good where you're at as a crafter. If you guys are interested in seeing some projects that I recommend you start with, be sure to check out this video here.